This clip was taken, thrown up on Twitter, and then everybody was reacting just to the clip and trying to get angry at Jaiden. I don't want to use the word cancel because nobody uses that word right. The next thing I want to cover is something that's been thrown into my video request section, and I wanted to cover it when this was more relevant, but then it just kind of died in the wayside because I had a bunch of other stuff going on. I mean, this happened, like, what, a month or two ago? So for those who don't know, Jay Schlatt and Jaiden Animations did a video collaboration together, and I would not be commenting on this because neither of them are people that I really care to comment on. It's not super important to me. But unfortunately, there was a giant bit of fallout that happened over on Twitter and other areas because of a particular bit of discourse between the two of them. And I want to go ahead and cover that because if you guys are familiar with my channel, you know kind of what we're going to be getting into. So let's get right into everything. Let's get into the fan art section, and then let's get into the video. I'll try to make this as short and painless as possible, because, well, let's be honest. It is a giant nothing burger, but the internet made it more than that. So, let us get into the fan art section. The first one we have here is from Jet Fatigue. Another really funny one. I didn't know what the rest of Nova's outfit was supposed to look like, so I gave him shorts. I actually don't think Nova's outfit has shorts, but he is more in a maid outfit these days. So there is that. The next one we have is also from Jet Fatigue. Here we have an Imp Suris. Someone's been watching Hell of a Boss. A lot of Hell of a Boss. A lot of it. That all said, as always, everybody, thank you all for your fan art submissions. If you want your fan art to be shown in a future video, the best way to do so is to drop it into the fan art section of the Discord. With that said, let us go ahead and get ready to take on this particular topic. So the actual subtext for this, when this was submitted in my why am I using a filler word? Oh, it's 1 in the morning. That's why. When this was submitted in my Discord, it was from a user named Oregonus, and they said, "I'm late to this, but I just learned about it yesterday. Apparently, Jaiden Animations got into some controversy for a clip from this silly debate. The clip is from 9 minutes to about 10 minutes or so, so you have the clip in question and the context of the full video. My take, as spoiler not to influence the reaction, well, let's go ahead and take a look at the actual thing here. So, I'm given a lot of preamble, but I remember when this actually happened, and then on Twitter everybody's freaking out. This clip was taken, thrown up on Twitter, and then everybody was reacting just to the clip and trying to get angry at Jaiden. I don't want to use the word cancel because nobody uses that word right. Nobody uses that word right, probably even me. But people just got really upset with Jaiden for this particular clip. So let's go ahead and look at the clip in question. Let's make our own decisions. Let's see where we're at.
Called Arceus, and in the Pokédex it says, it is said to have emerged from an egg in a place where there was nothing. Then it shaped the world.
Yeah, and the lions would destroy it.
You can't just say that.
The people killed Jesus, Schlatt.
I cannot believe you just said that.
He got crucified.
You're bringing up the crucifixion of Jesus Christ in a debate about...
You think God is this, oh, no one can kill God.
What happened to him? What happened to him 3 days later?
He ran away like a little bitch.
He came back to life.
He ran away, back up to God, wham, wham. I couldn't fight the humans.
They sent floods. They sent pestilence. They sent locusts.
Well, we're still here. Where's God?
You can fuck up every human if you're a god. If you're
Where's
God,
Schlatt? The humans are here. Where's God? He's still scared.
He's not scared. God is not scared.
Yes.
You should be scared of God. He's coming back soon. You ever heard of the rapture?
Define the rapture.
It's when God is going to come back and judge the living and the dead.
When's he coming back?
Some people say soon.
How long have they been saying soon?
Thousands of years, maybe. I don't know. Earth has been around for a while.
Well, the lions are only multiplying. Soon it's gonna be 2 billion lions.
You're gonna have the lions fuck each other, is what you're saying. You're gonna breed the lions.
Yes, I'm gonna use one of my turns to breed a quarter of my lions.
Oh my fucking god.
And then they're gonna multiply.
And how many fucking turns does it take to get more lions?
Okay, so the context here is it's a debate of 1 billion lions versus every Pokemon. Would 1 billion lions defeat, basically one of every Pokemon? And all things considered, the Pokemon would win. I mean, come on. Macargo alone will barbecue every single lion all at once. They will all fry. I will have illegal lion steaks, all because of my little slug boy. However, ignoring the fact that Vaporeon is better than any lion in the entire world, there's no cat in the world that is better than Vaporeon. Do not look on the internet for anything involving Vaporeon. Vaporeon is actually something that is very cute and cuddly, and you shouldn't be doing that. Besides the fact that, all the Pokemon are cuter, besides the fact that literal God is a Pokemon, literal Satan is a Pokemon, Gardevoir is there, and, she exists. There's body pillows of her. I'm sorry, just the Pokemon have more power. The Pokemon have infinitely more power. But what happened here? Aside from my take in general, what happened here is this clip got taken onto Twitter, and then people started freaking out on Jaiden and getting angry at her because this was framed almost as if it was a theological debate. Now, I'm not gonna lie. If I had cut off this clip about 20 seconds earlier, then it would have seemed like Schlatt was actually getting a little upset at Jaiden. And I know that because the clip that was floating around on Twitter was cut off at exactly that moment, and it made it seem like there was actually a debate going on, not, a bunch of people having funny haha times. So what does this show? Well, one, it shows that a lot of people who are religious, not everybody who is religious by any stretch, not everybody who is Christian or any other particular religion, but a lot of people are grown up in a world where religion is the one thing that cannot be questioned. Or, even worse, they are told that their worship of their deity is not a religion, it is a relationship, despite the fact that it's a one-way relationship and God's not calling back. And, I mean, after a few months, usually in most relationships, you tend to walk away from that, but it's okay, don't worry, he's coming back soon. He went out to get the milk, and the milk of Jesus Christ will flow again, maybe, probably, eventually. Maybe. He's coming. Don't worry. I'm sorry. I'm here to tell you that Jesus Christ is the Lord of Edging. He's been on his second round of coming for 2,000 fucking years. It's not happening yet. But a lot of people who tend to be very apolitical. Apolitical not in the sense that they don't actually talk about politics, but in the sense that the way they talk about politics doesn't seem political. A good example of this is, let's just take two VTubers. Let's take me and let's take Iron Mouse. When Iron Mouse talks about her disabilities and the failures of the United States healthcare system, Iron Mouse is talking about politics. That's how that works. That is an entirely political conversation. The way that you fix most of the failures of the medical industry are through political activism, politics enforcing laws that are happening in your geographical area. Politics are the way that you affect that change. Those disagreements are politics. Your experience of that is politics. However, because most people on the surface can agree that the United States healthcare system is quite borked in several different ways, it doesn't seem political. If I say a statement, black people should be treated the same as white people, that seems like an apolitical statement because most people agree with that. But if I said that statement 70 years ago, 80 years ago, that statement would be seen as profound and probably something for me to be beat over. Whereas when I talk about politics on my channel, I'm talking about bills and controversy and stuff that is considered outside of that small Overton window. As a result, when I talk about politics, you can fucking tell I'm talking about politics and there are no questions. So when we're talking about someone like Jaiden, who does not address these things the way that someone like me or Vosh or Xanderhal does, where it's very front-forward on the nose. She talks about her own personal lived experiences, which it's just closer to how Iron Mouse handles things. When we do that, an audience of people that consider themselves on a smorgasbord of political views and religious views tend to come into your channel. Because they're there for you, the personality. Those opinions that may have alienated people from your channel or from your audience are not there. Those opinions are not shown forward. So even when Jaiden does something like saying those jokes about, well, Jesus isn't here right now, in an obvious satirical debate about fictional characters fighting a bunch of lions, more lions than exist in the world, people take that infinitely more seriously than they should. But why is that? I think that's something that needs to be explored, because I can just say, hey, people got mad at Jaiden over a thing, and that's stupid. I could say that. But just like how I mentioned that our politics that we show front forward on our channels are the things that will bring an audience to us, that statement is very much just preaching to the choir. So maybe it's more important to have a conversation about why this happens in general. So I grew up very, 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 very fundamentalist Christian. Some of my experiences doing that are getting notes on the back of my back that said that Harry Potter was evil and I should not watch it, saying that I would burn in hell for playing Pokemon. I literally, during the last year in elementary school, that was the year that Yu-Gi-Oh! Came out, and Yu-Gi-Oh's popularity had not quite seeped into the school, but I heard from my friends who were in that school that on my way out, Yu-Gi-Oh! Started to become more and more of a taboo topic at that school. Basically, anything that was seen in my fundamentalist, pseudo-Baptist Christian environment to not be in line and lockstep with the Lord Jesus Christ and the things he wills were considered bad and wrong and things that should be taken away from me. So let's say that you've got a bunch of people who are growing up in an environment like that, and they've not really considered their own political positions, even if they've grown up enough to realize that, yeah, Pokemon's not evil, and yeah, you're not going to hell for playing a Harry Potter Lego game. Once they get past that point, though, what happens when somebody directly criticizes God? Even as a joke. Even as a joke. Well, it can be seen, especially if you have a personal investment in that content creator, it can be seen as a direct assault on your own religiosity. And it shouldn't, right? Our own personal beliefs should not be so stitched on our hearts that we cannot divorce ourselves from them if we find out that we are wrong or otherwise harmful to those around us. I mean, hell, this is one of the main reasons my channel exists. I speak out against the different types of mentalities that I used to have when I was a child, when I was a teenager, and when I was a younger adult. So, what do we do when we're confronted with that? For a lot of people who have taken the time to deliberately avoid the types of content that me, Vosh, Xanderhal, Vice Rhino, Genetically Modified Skeptic, all of us cover on our individual channels in regards to politics and philosophy and religiosity, what happens when you are introduced for the first time to this thing that needs to go away right now? Anyway, what happens when you are introduced for the first time to those questions of, does God exist? Why does he not come back, though he said he has? What terrible things is he doing to people behind my back that I don't know about? Is God in my no-no square? Not quite those particular questions. The answer to whether or not God is in your no-no square is yes. If he's actually omnipresent, then he's in your no-no square. He's currently tickling your prostate. There's not a goddamn thing you can do about it. I'm sorry about that. There's nothing you can do about that. But when you're first presented with what seems to be a measure of blasphemy, it can rock your entire world. Now, if you're sitting down and watching a debate between, Matt Dillahunty and Frank Turek, or if you're sitting down and looking at a philosophy textbook that talks about a bunch of different types of religiosity and lacks thereof, then that introduction to the other, that introduction may be seen as a lot more calm and tame, because it's what you're expecting. You are expecting that opposition. You are expecting to be challenged. You are expecting to come out on a side and root for it. But when you actually sit down and listen to, again, someone who does not talk about politics and religiosity in as flagrant a manner as other content creators, and they drop that bomb on you, even if it's in the middle of a satirical debate, that feels like it is shattering. It can make you angry. It can make you just incredibly irate at that content creator for having the nerve to go against someone who you love. And make no mistake, I may clown on it, but if you are a Christian, your mindset is one that Jesus is someone that you love. Your brain sees that character chemically wired as no different than a family member or a good friend. And it can shatter, that entire idea can shatter when someone has, for the first time, maybe, introduced you to a different way of thinking about that. When you come onto a political channel, you expect that. You expect the fight. When you're blindsided by it, that can be a lot more profound. Also, thank you for the hydrate, Nitros. And I think that's why so many people got pissed about the Jaiden thing. I personally think Jaiden is wrong about the lions, that is. I think the lions themselves do not win against the Pokemon. Again, Macargo boils them all merely by existing. But on the comments about religiosity, there's no reason to jump on her as a content creator. There was no reason months ago when this initially happened to do that. But if I take a step back from that knowledge, that absolute knowledge that none of this should have happened, I put myself in the shoes of a younger version of myself, and I understand why that happened. It makes sense why that happened. It's not right. I don't agree with it. I don't support it. It's stupid. But that's why that's a younger version of me. That's why that's a younger version, a more hostile, a more dumb version. So I feel like you're given the obviously wrong side because nobody would willingly say lions. Like,
Jaiden Animations is getting cancelled for making a joke. So Jay Schlatt has created this new channel called Did Jay Schlatt Win, where he basically has pointless debates with people. And recently he would do this debate with Jaiden Animations on 1 billion lions versus every Pokemon. And within this video, Jaiden Animations would make a joke.
That you can't just say
God
you
isn't
can't
as
just say
powerful
that.
The people killed Jesus, Schlatt.
I can.
Like, that's one video.
Welcome back to another video. It's
And then, of course,
Today
another
we're gonna be talking
commentary
about Jaiden
YouTuber.
Animations getting canceled for mocking Christianity. Let's get right into it. So if you don't know who Jaiden Animations is, she has almost...
Like, just, it's very, very easy. It's very, very quick to find a lot of people who were talking about this, including Xanderhall. Zan talked about this as well. And again, this is something that I definitely should have covered closer to when it happened. You know, as a content creator, it would have made a lot more sense for me to do so. But I think looking back on this and just taking a moment to think about why this happens can have its own interesting thing. Just, again, coming out and going, yeah, Jaiden shouldn't have been dogpiled. Well, duh. Anybody with half a brain can tell you that. Jaiden should not have been dogpiled. But like I said, there are other angles that have to be explored there. The mentalities of the individual people that decided that dogpiling was an okay thing to do. And when the cancellation starts, when people start getting angry at you, when people start trying to cancel you, again, I really don't want to use that word here, but when people start doing that, it can be very easy to become part of that mob because Twitter, which is where most of this cancellation happens, Twitter reinforces conflict. Twitter literally is engineered for you and other people to fight each other. It is what makes the platform run. It is what makes it tick. And if you take into account everything I said about your world being shattered by your apolitical commentator saying these things for the very first time, it makes sense that you would then aid in the Twitter algorithm doing its thing and then causing all types of wanton destruction for no good reason. Also, just in general, any Ice-type Pokemon just ruins all of the lines. I'm sorry, none of them are going to be able to take that much snow. But this is where I'm going to throw it back to you guys. This is more of a different type of video. Again, a thing I should have covered when it happened, but covering it a little later, not the worst thing in the world. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Hit the like button if you haven't already. And as always, everyone, insert end the video tagline here.